struggling with problems? Let's go. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today's video I'm going to be obviously, you probably already seen by the title, we're going over obviously passing phase 2 in one trade. Obviously if you've been in the community and if you've been watching my content for a long time, let me just go over to the community first, the Discord community. Obviously passing phase 2 in one trade. I'll be going into C Trader just to show that as well. But yeah, I've just posted it here. Obviously let me just actually go to C Trader actually. Okay. So one trade, I just needed, obviously this is a small 10k account, and I always, you know, put huge emphasis. I've passed multiple phase ones, passing phase twos, and just keep posting them. Obviously trading my own personal accounts and the bigger accounts that I've got. This is obviously, look at this. These three small tiny trades, obviously just to, you know, taking over the small trading days. So I wasn't even trading this, only just going along and just, you know, placing these small tiny trades, and then eventually saw a great opportunity, took the advantage of that, and now this trade, guys, was this one here. Let me just show you. Okay, so from this candle to this one, obviously that's point resistance levels, but I'll be breaking down obviously when I go over to gold. But look at this, from this entry, from this, now look at this. I don't know why, even though I had my this is like a 5% trade profit trade, I don't know why, guys, it just ended out. Now it could be due to, you know, commissions, it could be due to you know, I don't know. I had it around, I wanted around 515, it gave me 491, but that was okay. Now this is, you know, then I just placed a 1-to-1 trade. I risked, you know, 10 to make 11, and you know, so that's how we got the 502 trading. I mean, this is basically just the way I look at it, and the pros I take away from this is completely within one trade, and I look at it as a 100% win rate, because I don't even include these free trades here, because I was just placing these just to have the trading you know, days ticking over. Now anyways, okay, by the way, guys, if anyone is interested, I do offer unlimited 1-to-1 sessions where I go over my strategy. If you are interested, the link will be in the video description. This is where I post, you know, basically live trades, everything. It's got, you know, there's a free section. We're up to about 1050 members, and the growth is really overwhelming. So this is obviously one of the phase 1 FTMO certificates passed. This is on the 20th, on Friday, I believe. But this is just normal. This is funding pips. Phase 2 passed. Now what I've just done today, this is another phase 2. So this is not the phase 2 that I passed today. This is another phase 2 on Friday as well. So you can see, you know, this is a phase 1. Also, we look, just bearing in mind, guys, keeping track of the days, right? The 13th, this is the 16th, this is the 20th, today is the 23rd. So every few, I'm risking small, right? Now why am I showing this? Why am I going into more detail on this, right? Because sometimes here and there some lunatic comes along, and what he'll do is leave a comment. And so I'll show you here, guys. Look at this. Someone goes, whatever his name is, don't trust this guy, he has no clue of what he is doing, you will lose money with this strategy, it's enough to look at the thumbnail to understand this. So he said this judging by the thumbnail. Oh well, genius. They're saying never judge a book by its cover, but obviously in this case you have. But I mean, I then replied to him, obviously, you know, just join the free community. It's a free community, you know, and just check out, you know, or what I show here, guys, is transparency. If I even show you here, guys, while I'm even in live trades, let me just show you, when I'm even in a live position, if I lose the trade, I'll call it. If I break even, I'll call it, right? Here, if I just let this load up, live positions, you know, just like my students, just like myself, this is the broker, right? You can't fake this. In a position, UJ 5 pip stop loss, you know, aiming for, this was a 1 to 2 break even. Look, eventually I'm saying, look, break even hit, we move on. I could have easily said, oh yeah, you know, this is 1 to 2 hit, yeah, I've made profit. No, it's all about transparency, right? You know, break even, we move on. And then later in the day, that's when I put on the winning section. 1 to 5, obviously, but then, you know, the with funding pips statements, it shows clearly 1 to 5 was clearly caught. I have nothing to hide and lie about. Why? Because eventually you get caught out. Eventually, maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, maybe not in a week's time. Eventually you get caught out, right? I'm especially with some traders on a YouTube space or even on social media. This only works if there's transparency, right? And I'm not come here to make a fool out of myself, right? I play this game very seriously. I mean, this is obviously screenshots of my, brokers. Now, obviously, the only thing I don't show, guys, is how much I earn, but that's none of anyone's business. I'm very private like that, but I show live trades. If I didn't like some trades, what I'll show, guys, if I even show this some of the students. First of all, my students would even become profitable. You can see some of the trades here, right? Look at this. I take my positions here. Now, in my winning trades, you can even match the times, guys. Match them by time. Go to the winning section or go to the losing section. You can match it if it's either break even or is it going to lose the trade or win the trade or what trade did I eventually go to, right? If I didn't have I'm a 700k funded prop firm trader. If I didn't have a clue what I'm doing, or this strategy, forget what I'm doing. Like if I didn't have a clue if this strategy was even profitable, I wouldn't be able to let alone never mind myself. Other students testimonials, right? Yeah, everyone can check what's going on. Now I'm not one to I don't dwell on people's comments. I know what I'm about. I know what I offer, so it's just, some lunatics come here and there. It's just to, I've just thought I've never really made a video on this. But I've just thought I'll just get at least one out there. At least you can see, guys. Within 4 or 5 days, I've posted another video. You can check those. Now I've just added another one today. Within 4 or 5 days, I'm passing phase 1s and phase 2s and with low risk. Not risking 2-3% per trade. With low risk. Why? Because the break and retest. Now I understand this break and retest is the most simple version. My refined version, where I show to my students, where I offer my own limited one-to-one sessions. And if anyone is interested, the link will be in the video description. And no, this is not a sales pitch. If you are not interested, by all means do not join. Life is good for me, right? Okay, so let's just break this down. This is today's gold, and obviously you can even see this, guys, right? This is a trade that's running in profit currently right now. Am I in this position right now? No, but I can break this down to why you should have taken this position, right? Let me just move this up here. You can see this nice buy position here. Okay, let me just see. Nope, this was from here. Let's put. Okay, now here, guys, what do you see? We get the clean breakout, nice strong breakout. You want to see the strength of the trend as well. Then what you can do, guys, is I don't know why the 15-minute. Just one moment. 15-minute. Okay, so a nice strong, bearish trend moving small. Now you're probably thinking, wait a minute, why am I calling this a trend? There are trends within trends. There's I like to just simplify it and call it a trend. Why? Well, look at this. We need a mini trend. Look at this. The candles are slightly getting bigger and bigger and bigger. We get this super strong bullish candle, but it's below support. It's got no value. Now we're getting a double bottom pattern, right? But again, it's below resistance, so it's got no value. This super strong bullish candle is below resistance. Again, no value. Now what do we see here, guys? Okay, multiple wick rejections. Let's go to a smaller time frame. What do we see over here? Right, where would we enter? Well, first of all, you've got a bearish engulfing. You've got a bearish evening star. You've got also, look at this. Let me just move this out of the way so you can see better. Bullish candle forms, right? But again, remember, these bullish candles have no value. They're below resistance. A bullish doji. That means bullish volume is at minimum. Bearish volume comes in. You can just wait for the candle to retrace a little. Now, how can you gain maximum gains from this? Playing it super safe, you can put this obviously support this stop loss above these wicks and above the zone. If you're playing it super safe, just put it above the wicks and you can walk away with a nice, even still, guys. What would we be currently at? What am I doing? Moving this. Let me just put it back where it was. Now I have some students that trade gold. My strategy works best with gold, UJ, GJ, and it's getting a bit of a lag here. I don't know why. I'm just trying to refine this. So even up to this, guy, this is insane. 1 to 7 already. That's insane. 1 to 7. This is one of the reasons, the way my biggest strength, my biggest, obviously you can apply different edges, right? But one of my, if I had to say about my strategy, my biggest edge, or say my biggest strength would be, you know, obviously one is zones. But over time, you spend so many years on the charts, guys, you'll start to see the characteristics of, you know, that single pair that you're trading, and you'll see the way it moves. So gold, you can just tell, obviously, sometimes when it wants to go in one direction, it'll just keep pushing in that one direction. So when you're looking at based on trend, right, we're bearish. So when you're looking at this, look at the strength of this bearish trend. So obviously zones is one of my biggest strengths as well. Now edge is not the way you can say it's the way you draw your zones as well, but edge, I would say, is you can apply is like volume, momentum, the trend direction. You want to apply that, right? So where's the river flowing? It's bearish right now. Price comes up. Am I gonna, this is like the fight against the current. Imagine this is a tsunami, right? Am I gonna face the tsunami? Hell no, I'll get swept away. You ever watch those Japanese tsunami videos on YouTube? Right, they're absolutely insane. The tsunamis that come in, scary. But yeah, coming to the point. Nice 1 to 7, and that's why the current was super strong. That's why the market tanked. Let's see. Look at this, guys. What do we see here? Right now, in this case, right, we've got a bullish, little mini bullish trend. Now, what would I take into consideration? Would I go for a buy over here? Well, no. Reason being, well, look at this, guys. This is why you gotta be super patient, guys. Don't just take entries just because you think a breakout has happened. No, you gotta be super patient. Let market do its thing. You gotta be patient. But let's just say even you took a buy off here, right? You see, I thought this is the breakout, super strong bullish candle, right? Let's just say you did take the buy. Worst case scenario, you lose the trade. Now, depending on how you manage that trade, let's just say, let's mark it as a loss anyway. Because the risk to reward combined with our win rate, we're going to be profitable anyway. But let's just say, guys, you lost the trade anyway, right? Let's just say you're in this trade. How would I manage this personally, right? Soon as I see these two bullish candles, let's just say, let's give the market the benefit of the doubt, I take the trade. Soon as I take the trade, guys, this bearish candle forms. Now it's just formed a evening star. What you got to get into your brains, with all due respect, right? What you got to take into consideration is, as soon as this bearish candle forms, and it's formed now a evening star or a dark cloud cover, whatever you want to call it, these two bullish candles lose value, right? Remember this, what I'm saying. Don't think, oh yes, a bearish candle, these two bullish candles are super strong, they formed. It could still possibly, yes, okay, it could do, but you gotta look at the present moment. It's a bearish candle that's formed, a bearish pattern that's formed. The bearish, the sellers are in more control. That's why you get this huge push to the downside. As soon as I see that, I am going to end this trade. So whether it's 0.2% loss, 0.1% loss, meaning I'm risking 1%, but I've ended my trade. So let's just call it a void. I'm gonna end it here. I might take a super minimum loss, combined with my commissions I've lost, but it's okay. That's fine. Now I'm gonna sit on my hands and patiently wait. Now I'm in this video, guys, I'm speaking about the characteristics of the candlesticks and the currency pair. Now I'm getting multiple wick rejections. Now someone might say, oh, this could be a opportunity to take a sell. Well, you see the super strong bearish candle, again multiple wick rejections, right? So I might be like, oh wow, again chance to sell. Let's just say I take the sell position as well, bearing in mind you're supposed to take a sell after a bearish breakout, supposed to take a buy after a bullish breakout. There's no bearish breakout, right? There's no bearish breakout, but let's just say you took this sell as well, right? Now how would I manage this trade? Let's say your stop loss is above this, guys, right? Let's say your stop loss is above the wicks. Let's put it down here. Now I normally, with my strategy that I refine, I normally use a fixed stop loss, but let's just say for this strategy, break and retest, this simple break and retest, it's above the wicks. Price comes to, how much did it come down to? 1 to 2. Okay, 1 to 2. Now I'm going to color it yellow. Why? Because as soon as it comes down here, and my students know this as well, as soon as it goes to a 1 to 2, I like to put my stops at break even. So let's just say now, guys, it's come back at me. I've still lost nothing. Now you gotta have the you gotta be able to have the emotional control that even if you do a 1 to 2 and it comes back to hits your break even, don't kick yourself and be like, oh no, you know, I could have taken that 2% profit, I'm an idiot, why did I do that, what have I done? No, it is what it is. There are millions of opportunities. You can see, this is just tells me you're greedy, right? It just tells me you have zero emotional control, you're a greedy individual, and you know, you gotta kill these desires of yours. That's the best way. So now we've hit break even, so super minimum loss here, break even over here, trades come back up here, right? No, actually it's come up to here, this point. Now we broke even again. I'm going to sit on my hands, right? Going to be super patient. So now I'm going to be like, okay, this is a little bit of a, because if I go to a bigger time frame, this is a bit of consolidation. Now I'm going to wait for a little bit of a, you know, better confluence, right? Better entry signal. And what is that, guys? You see this super strong bullish candle here? Well, it's got a huge wick rejection here, but this super strong bullish push up. This is volume in my eyes. This is a lot of volume. Why? Look at the size of this candle, guys. It dwarfs every single candle in this area, this huge bullish candle. But I'm still not going to take a trade. Why? Because look at it. It's a long wick rejection. Even though it's bullish, it's still closed in this zone. Look at this next bullish candle, super strong. So now this is obviously an impulse entry, right? I'm going to be showing you how you can still take positions like these. Let's break this down. Let's go in more in depth, right? So now I'm looking at this. So it's going to be like, okay, now obviously I'm not going to take the buy from here. I'm going to wait for some kind of a little bit of a small retracement. Where would I take this from? Is it going to be, you know, the highs of here? Wait for, now that's one option, right? Let me just change the color of this so there's no confusion. What color should we do? Purple? Okay, purple stand out a little bit more. So is it going to be down here? No, this is not the actual high though. The actual high, for those who have not noticed it by now, you see this wick here? This is your high now, guys. Why? Some of you may ask. Because look at where price, it came all the way up here and it did a U-turn back. So there's an obstacle here. There was a roadblock. Something here, let's just say you're going to call it sellers, whatever. Something was here, liquidity sweep, whatever you want to call it, guys. There was a, this is a, you know, this key psychological level, whatever you want to call it, whatever you want to say, resistance level, support level. Let's just zoom out if I see any other clues. Are there any clues down here? Let's just drag this along. It's got a bigger time frame. Let's see if it probably shows in more clarity. Let's go on a 1 hour time frame. No, it's not showing any. But I mean, 10 minutes is enough as well. Look at this. You see this guy here? This was the peak of the height of this mountain, if you want to call it, right? Buyers push the market up. They're not going to come down to retest this first. This obstacle that was an obstruction in the first place, when they're coming back down, they're going to face the same obstacle, right? It's like this, guy. Imagine you're driving a car. You're driving and along the road, a ditch comes, right? You know, your car gets stuck in the ditch. Now you found a way through it. You're coming back down. Are you not going to be cautious about that same ditch on the way down, right? You're going to be like, wait a minute, there was a ditch on the way up here, guys. Let's see where that. So just think of it like that. There's a barrier. They come down. Now this is the previous resistance is the new support. Price comes down. Obviously you can break this down, but I think price moves so quickly. Obviously I can go to a much small time frame, and the price always likes to leave some clues. I mean, let's look at this. Let's see any clues. But that, like I mentioned, is an impulse entry. But let's just see anyway. Right? You can call this a variation pattern with this bullish engulfing both of these patterns. But look at this. Super strong bullish candle. This bearish super strong candle has no value. Again, it's above support. But this bullish candle is on the zone. Right? Perfect. You could have taken an entry like this. Now, this is free zones. Right? Let me see if... yeah. There's 3 zones here, guys, right? There's yellow one and these 2 purple ones. Now, if you had your stop loss all the way down here, now you're playing it super safe. Here, in the middle, and here below the wicks over here, obviously I know on 123 points for gold is super tight, but let's just say even here 200 points, 220 points, you know, and what stop loss, sorry, risk to reward would you be able to pull from that? Damn, what is it? 1 to 9. But let's just say what I like to normally aim for is a 1 to 3, 1 to 4. Let's keep things realistic, or even to this zone, guys, 1 to 5. You know, super simple. I just want to make this video, guys, you know, on getting into a little bit more details, support resistance zones, support resistance levels. Again, if you've been trying this method for a long time and you're still struggling, you know, link will be in the video description, guys. My mentorship, you know, I obviously don't work with beginners. I make that very clear. You know, just message me one-to-one. Link will be in the video description. So yeah, I hope you found value from this video, guys. Take care.